I'm a fan of both. I've always liked Izzy's style, man, the way that he moves, the way he fights, the way he carries himself in there. But Pereira's like the Terminator from hell, bro. Like, this guy just doesn't take fucking no for an answer. He has unreal fucking power. And it's hard to bet on Izzy because he's lost 3, and 2 of them are by knockouts. It wasn't like, a lot of them are competitive. One of them I did think was highly competitive in the kickboxing match. So that being said, I feel like they just fought 2, like, last week, so is that still fresh in Izzy's mind? Can he put himself in the right spot? I think he can, because Izzy's a hell of a competitor, man, and he shows up and does his thing. But conventional wisdom would say I'm going to lean with Pereira, Well,
kind of going off of the quick turnaround, you had said you thought maybe Weidman came back too soon after getting the head kick. Do you think Izzy's coming back too soon after getting knocked out?
I think Izzy's a special talent, But yeah, a big part of me does believe that, and I come, my trainers are a little bit more old school, where they want you to take a minimum of 6 months to a year after a knockout loss to let your brain heal, let your mind get right, let your spirit get back in the right place. So I don't know, I would say a little bit early, but Izzy's Izzy, man. He's the dude that if somebody's gonna do it, it's probably gonna be him.
I am biased. I'm friend with Adesanya, and I think this time he's gonna get it. I want to hear from the crowd. Who's got Adesanya? Make some noise. Okay. Who's got Pereira? Make some noise. Pretty 50. Oh yeah. Pretty even.
Damn.
You put me on spot right there. I don't know. I think it's going to be a very close fight. I like both guys a lot. Like, I've been a fan of Adesanya. Adesanya said something to me that kind of changed for the good, a lot of things on my training. And he didn't say it on a better way. He said it in a very good way. And then I said, oh, shit. So remember, he kind of did a video watching my fight against Hamzat. And they said, oh, I like Burns on this fight, but he gets hit a lot. And then I'm like, oh, shit, like, I get hit a lot. Oh, yeah, that's real. And then I'm like, man, I got to get better defense again. I got to get better on my guard. And I'm thankful to him. It wasn't that I took in a bad way. I took in a very good way that a high-level striker saying that. And I said, oh, shit. And then I put a lot of emphasis on that. And then I got the last 2 games, I got way less hit, like way less. That's props to Adesanya. But I'm Brazilian, bro. If I say, oh, I want Adesanya to win, they're going to kill me. And I want they will devastate me on social media. But I like Pereira too. I didn't met Pereira when he fought the first time. I saw him after the Strickland fight. I was at that fight, bro, and then he was super cool with me. A nice guy too. And then I was with him a couple other times with Monster Energy, with a lot of other events. He was in Brazil with Glover when I fought Neil Magny. And those guys are nice guys, like both guys. They're very different, but they're very nice guys. So I think the fight is going to be, I think Adesanya is going to kind of take a charge on the beginning. And he's going to be way more smart, trying to don't get hit, great movement, checking the kicks, kicking, but throwing the hands first, don't get blocked on the kicks. That was one thing that he hurt when he kicked a block, because it was just a naked kick. He just kicked. I think now he's going to throw more hands before he kicks. But freaking Pereira is a monster. If he does connect, it might be it. So it's a good fight. I think it's a 50-50. I like the other fight. I want Kamaru to win, but I think Leon's going to win. As a Brazilian, I want Pereira to win, but I think at the same, I don't know why I got a little edge for this fight, a little edge, but I want Pereira to win.
Right. Yeah, I thought Adesanya was going to win that last, the fight that he had, and he almost did. Now that I think about it, though, it's hard to go against the data. It's hard to go against the history. I mean, the guy's got 4 victories over him, right? So it's hard to go against that. Three. So it's hard to go against all that data. So I'm thinking Alex wins again. Unless Adesanya chooses to switch his game plan and wrestle, I think this could be a different fight, and hopefully he uses that MMA experience to his advantage. He has more MMA experience than Alex, so hopefully he uses that to his advantage.
Kelvin, just curious, have you crossed paths with Adesanya over here? And if so, I don't know if you guys have exchanged any.
Just now, I saw him right now, and he said, "What's up? Good luck." And he didn't even know I was fighting tonight.
You know, it's like Izzy talked all that shit about Marvin Vettori being all delusional about always thinking that he could beat him. Well, he's kind of delusional thinking that he could beat Alex. So it's just kind of like one of those things where they're all just fucking delusional thinking they could beat each other. Me personally, I'm just like, y'all have fun. You know what I mean? It's like, but yeah, to answer your question, I got Alex winning.
I got it 50-50. It depends who has the better strategy because I always see like Adesanya winning the fight, but Pereira just has that knockout power. So I don't know. Maybe if Adesanya wins the whole rounds again and maybe take him down the last round, I don't know. It can play out.
Man, it is a really tough fight. It's probably the worst matchup for Adesanya, but Adesanya is the better mixed martial artist. On paper, you got to go with Adesanya just based on, I think he's better in every category of mixed martial arts, but the power of Pereira is insane, bro. His left hook is crazy. But I think if Adesanya is able to keep that distance, you know, just hit him and keep his feet moving, I think he got this fight.
Vitor, who do you like Saturday?
Yes, his styles are very... So I just feel like Adesanya is the better mixed martial artist, but Pereira coming at such an incredible preparation. He has Glover Teixeira with him, a guy who knows jiu-jitsu, boxing, and I feel like he got in the head a little bit of Adesanya, and it's going to be an emotion fight, but I mean, Pereira is so cold, like he's so, like a killer.
Yeah.
And if the chance for Adesanya is on the ground. Standing up, I don't see a chance. So it's going to be a very interesting, but I mean, with little gloves, you get hit right here on the tempo, it's hard to recover. So if Pereira can put his punching combination together, I think it'll be a tough fight for Adesanya. But I mean, both guys are tough. It's 50-50.
Yeah.
But that's my prediction.
So I keep getting asked this, and like yesterday, like the media people asked me as I'm signing a poster of of signing the posters, and I look down before I answer, like Pereira, he's sitting there looking at me like angry face, just staring at me on that poster. So I'm always afraid to say anything. I'm not an Izzy fan. I'm not a fan of the fighting style, like the point fighting approach until something happens. Just not, nothing against him, no disrespect. He's a good champ. Just not a fan of it. I prefer Pereira. But at this, my mind says Pereira. At this point, though, my heart says it has to be Izzy. At this man has created his own boogeyman. You guys see the thing where he's like, Pereira said he only came to MMA because Izzy said like he'll be forgotten, nobody cares about him. So he followed him. I'm like, this guy took your life in kickboxing. You left to make a new life, and he followed you out of like spite. So now I kind of feel for Izzy. Like he has to win this fight. If he doesn't win this fight, and he's an anime guy too, I am too, so I'm thinking like the only thing left to do is either throw yourself off of a cliff or you sacrifice, you go find a Cthulhu Eldritch Abomination, you make sacrifices and you ruin the world out of spite. Like the dude has to. So Izzy has to win for our sakes because that dude is gonna be at the end of his rope, and he has a personal boogeyman, and I feel for him. But that's a terrifying thought to know everything you do, Alex Pereira is looking over your shoulder, just scowling. And apparently he's the nicest man ever. I run into Pereira so many times. Nicest dude ever. Very nice, very just a cool dude. But he just stands there like fucking Michael Myers in the background of Izzy's life. And I'm like, bro, I feel bad for you. You have to win. So I feel like Izzy's gonna give it his absolute everything. Die in the ring if he has to, because this is just, you got people you can't run from your demons. Your demon has a name, and he's going to be there on Saturday. So, good fucking luck, bro.
Lyoto, what do you think, my man?
So, I don't want to be biased, even though I'm Brazilian, and I'm a friend of Pereira, but I put all my money on Pereira because I already trained so many times with him, and I know how difficult he is. He knows the distance really good, and everything that he does is through conscious, no just by instinct. Because who knows Pereira knows that he does everything. If he moves to the side, he knows why he's moving to the side. It's not randomly moving. Then I put all my money on Pereira, for sure, man.
Wow, man, that's gonna be fireworks, man. It's the last chance to Israel to take, the victory and finish with this name matter. That's very important for him. I think the psychological factor, is the most important for Israel. He should have the abilities to beat this guy. We will see what is to happen, but that's amazing main event.
Oh man, it's a great fight. It sucks that it's like more of a mental fight for Izzy, and unfortunately I kind of see the champ sticking with the belt.
That's a really, really good one. I know I saw Izzy getting the fight. I thought he was up, going into that last round. If it would have went to the decision, I would have had it Izzy 4-1. But Pereira just has that power that just nobody can really take. But man, it just depends. Because if I know Izzy, he's very technical, he's very tactical, and if Pereira gets overzealous thinking that he can do it all over again, I know Izzy will snipe him out. But there's also a thing, whenever somebody wins the belt, they jump and they start believing in themselves. Like look at Leon Edwards whenever he fought Kamaru Usman this last time around. There was a complete, he got so much better just believing that he was champion. You're like, oh no, I'm champ, I'm this guy. Goes out there and gets the win. So made it look, it wasn't as he made it competitive and made it look competitive whenever it wasn't a competitive fight there in their second go around. So that that might rub off on Pereira. So but to me, still Izzy knockout round 2.
For the main event, I feel like Izzy pulls it off this time. I feel Izzy was winning that fight, but I think just a couple more adjustments, little tweaks, and then he'll take the win.